G'day guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back for another episode of Wasteland Survival. So obviously in the last episode I got the majority of, well actually I got the entire wreck of the Crimson Tormentor fully salvaged. So now what I want to basically do is complete the repairs to all these turret installations. I think honestly I will continue with this one next, seeing as though it is the most badly damaged. And then once that one is done, then of course we can go across to this one and fix this one up as well. I think also what I'm going to do is just go ahead and remove all of the custom turrets from these turret installations. Because yeah, the custom turrets aren't exactly working too well. And then also what I need to do is replace the entire top section of blocks with heavy armor blocks to kind of protect it a little bit more. So, but I think before I get started on all of that, I should probably go ahead and actually place ammo into these turret installations here. Although... do I have a connector on each of these? Yes, I do. Alright, so I think what I'll do is I'll grab my world ship, and actually I can't really remember where I put the world ship. Where did I actually place that? Oh, that's right, that's where the world ship is. I totally forgot where I left that. So let's go ahead and place all of those materials in here and see exactly how much I can actually store in this. So I've got 124 there, so that should be about what I need. Alright, let's see how many of these I can actually store in this ship. So I'll store these in here. Alright, so that is 124 of those shells, that's fine. And we have a whole bunch of other shells. So let us see if I have actually any assault cannon shells. Autocannon magazines, artillery, assault cannon shells. Alright, so I probably want about 260 of these. So let's see if I can actually transport that many across. No, I can't, so that's 124. So I need about another... no, 224, so that should be enough. And then let us see if I can actually store any Gatling ammo boxes. Alright, so it looks like I can, although they are moving out of these grinders. Can I actually store stuff in here without it disappearing? No, it doesn't look like that's the case. Alright, so that's right. Let's unlock this, and I don't think the weight of this ammunition should be too heavy, so I think we should be able to transport this stuff relatively safely. So let's go to this turret installation over here, because if I'm not mistaken, the one on the left actually has some existing Gatling turret ammunition in it, so I think we should be alright with that. Let us park this thing here. Alright, there we go. Cool. So, let's find our small cargo container. Let's grab all of this stuff here. So we want about 66 artillery shells here. Then we want around about 132 assault cannon shells. What's that? That's artillery shells. I don't want those. They look almost the same, so that's 100 and... so I just need another 20 of those. Another 20 of those. And then let's fill the rest of the space with these Gatling turret ammo boxes here. Alright, cool. Let's disconnect and let's move over to the other turret. And let's see if I can put the same amount of ammunition in this one as well. Gotta be careful. It's... yeah, these shells are actually quite heavy, to be honest. That was 20,000 kilos worth of shells, which is pretty amazing actually. Let's lock this down and hide empty, And let's look for a small cargo container here. So we've got our artillery shells. So that's 50, and then... So I need some more artillery shells here. That's right, so... That's close enough. I've got 66 Gatling ammo boxes. Alright, so I'll go do another run, and then I'll fill this back up to about 62. Okay, well, I've completely loaded up these 2 turret installations with ammunition. Now, the other thing that I need to do is go up to the one that's up here and actually put in some Gatling turret ammunition in there. But I do not believe that I actually have that much in my inventory here at the moment. So let's have a look and see if I actually have any Gatling turret ammo boxes. Oh, it turns out I actually do. So I got 500. I didn't actually think I had that many. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick those up. So in each of these installations, I've put in about 250 ammo boxes. I feel like that should be enough. I honestly don't know how long that actually lasts, because I've never really done any testing around the Gatling turrets and figured out exactly how much ammunition is expended, like per minute, or you know, anything like that. I only really did a lot of testing on the new turrets when they were added into the game, so yeah, I'm kind of a bit fuzzy on exactly what is added. So let's find our ammo boxes here. Let's try and transport all of those across, because no doubt I will need these at all of the other locations anyway. So these are all the Nomad Gatling turrets. We have a few ammo boxes here, so I'll transport everything across to the cargo containers on the world ship, and then from there we can go ahead and actually move these across. So I'll probably do the same thing here. I'll just put like 250 ammo boxes in here and just kind of hope that that's enough. Honestly, I think it should be, but I guess it's one of those things where I'll have to kind of play it by ear. So let's connect up here. There we go. And let us go ahead and transport the ammunition across here. So I'm going to take out these autocannon magazines because we don't need those anymore. Do I actually have the space to do so? No, I don't. But I should be able to do that. Alright, so let's transport... What do we need here? 136, 134. See, I've got about 250 ammo boxes in this one, just like I do in the last one. And we have some assault cannon shells. And I probably need to transport across another 50 of those, and that should be about right. Yeah, so I think we should be pretty good with that. So what I'll do is I will move this ship across to... We'll probably go across to here. Actually, no. I'm going to dock this back up to the back of the Pilgrim. And I dare say... I can't remember exactly how much autocannon and artillery ammunition I have left in the base. But I dare say we are going to have to manufacture some more. And actually, I can't remember if artillery shells, if you need to use uranium to build them. Let's have a look here. So artillery shells, yeah, you need uranium. I definitely know that for these you needed uranium, but I didn't think you needed them for artillery shells. Actually, also, while we're on the subject of artillery shells and things like that, one thing I didn't realize is that, well, when I was grinding down the Reaver ship, I kind of noticed that a lot of the guns on that ship weren't actually attached to any sort of conveyor system. So it seemed like whatever ammunition they had on board the turrets themselves was basically everything that they could fire at you. So I think there's kind of like a limited amount of time they can actually fire artillery and autocannon, or not autocannon, I can't think of the other shells. But yeah, there's only a limited amount of time that they can actually fire shells at you before they actually run out of ammunition. So I found that to be quite interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and move the Atlas over to the other turret installation that needs to be repaired. And as you can see, I think I've lost about 200,000 kilos worth of weight when I was going ahead and repairing that other turret installation. And I think I'm going to lose a lot more weight when I go ahead and repair this one as well. So I want to get this thing as close as possible to this turret installation here. Ooh. Oh, come on, don't crash. Okay, that was dodgy. I think I might have damaged that turret on the bottom there. The gravity on this planet is pretty strong. It always kind of amazes me how strong it is. Alright, let's... I want to try and get all 3 landing gears down. Even though it's not going to be completely flat. That's fine by me. Okay, let's turn off the thrusters. And let's see where we are at. Are all these locked down? I just want to check this turret because I think I damaged it. I did a little bit, but not heaps. What about this one? No, that one's fine. Alright, so now all I need to do is go ahead and repair this turret installation. So once again, I'll create another time lapse for this. And yeah, I'll see you after that is finished. Alright, well that is the first turret installation done. I just need to add in these couple little blocks here and then go ahead and repair this thing, which I will do right now. And then we should have enough power on this. Well, there's a battery on this grid. Somehow the battery managed to survive, so I've still got that at least, but oh, I just realized I'm missing a block here as well, so maybe we should go ahead and replace that. But yeah, I basically have to add in some additional lights, and I can't remember the command that I used to actually copy all of this stuff. But anyway, I'm going to go away and set up all of these lights and fill in the missing little blocks here and there, and then we can move on to the next turret installation. Okay, so that is all of the blocks that were missing have now been welded up. So all I really need to do from this point is add some ammunition to this thing, but I think I will forego that for the moment, and then we'll move on to the next turret installation. We'll get that one repaired. Hopefully this one will be a little bit quicker, given the fact that there is still quite a few components still left over. Yeah, I kind of guess, with the exception to this front part here, but at least the guns are... oh, man, this one was so close to getting blown up. Look at that, 15 steel plates and then it would have been dead. Interestingly enough, the industrial conveyor sorter is still actually fully operational, which is a bit strange. Conveyor junction here is completely undamaged. The connector here is almost completely undamaged, and this gun is almost functional. So yeah, I'm hoping this installation over here should be a little bit less work than this one. Although, to be fair, this one here probably only took me about 15 minutes to repair, thanks to the fact that the Atlas was so close by with all the materials that I needed. Now, it would be interesting to know how much the Atlas weighs now that I've actually withdrawn all the components to fix that turret installation there. It's not really that much lighter. It's a little bit, but not a heap. So where are my lights for the bottom here? I think it's Atlas landing spotlights. Alright, let's turn those on. And I think it's these ones here are my landing lights as well, so I'll turn those on too. And then we will move over to the other turret installation, and then we can start getting that one repaired. It actually accelerates pretty quickly, this ship, especially considering what's down there that I can lock onto. Interesting. Well, whatever it was that was down there is gone now. Oh, please don't crash. Please, 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 please don't crash. Oh man, that was so close. Really need to remember that this thing is extremely heavy and I can't just YOLO this thing too badly. I'm gonna try and get these rear landing gear to lock on. Oh, I'm in a really bad spot here. I think I might go forward a little bit, then we can lock down the landing gear potentially. This is like probably the worst position I can be in here. Alright, maybe I'll swing the front around and then we can park over to the left here a little bit and try not to crash into anything. So can we park there? And it's really hard because it is so freaking dark. Okay, so we've got one landing gear touching. 2 landing gears are touching, so... wait, whoops. Let's lock her down here. Alright, there we go, fantastic. Let me just check exactly how much landing, or how many landing gears I actually have connected to the ground here. And we can... As long as I've got 2, then I think I should be okay. Yeah, alright, so we've got 2. I would actually like to investigate what was down there on the ground, but I have no idea of where that actually was. Alright, cool. So we're really close to the ship here, so this shouldn't take too much time. But again, I'm going to time-lapse this one also. guys, well that is this turret installation now complete. So again, all I need to do is put the ammunition into this one, and then we can yeah, get everything up and running. Now the very last thing that I need to do here is go ahead and modify this turret installation over here. So I'm just going to get rid of these custom turrets because they don't seem to be working. Although strangely enough, this one actually seems to be aiming towards where the ship used to be. So, you know what? I'm not even going to mess around with these things because, yeah, they weren't firing when the Reaver showed up last time. So I'm not going to rely on them again. And then these ones are full of ammo. They're all good to go. So yeah, I'm going to move the Atlas over to this point here. The only thing is though, I think I'm actually running out of metal grids. Let me just check how many metal grids I actually have left available to me. So let's search for grids. Yeah, so I probably don't have enough to complete that other turret installation, which is a bit of a shame. So I might just have to ferry some components using the world ship up to the Atlas. Just put some metal grids in there, but I mean, as you can see, we still have a whole bunch of steel plates, which is fine. I've got a whole bunch of other components, which is fine as well. So I'm not too worried about all the rest of the stuff, but yeah, we definitely need some more metal grids. But I'm not going to bore you guys with doing this whole process again. I'm going to basically go away and complete this other turret installation over here. And then while I'm away, I will go ahead and I'll load up all these with the appropriate amount of ammunition. And then from there we can effect some repairs on the rest of the base, because there are a few other things that need to be repaired. So, alright, I will see you in a moment. Alright guys, welcome back. So, I've gone ahead and I've completed all these turret installations. You can see here that I've changed all these blocks to heavy armor. I've placed in my Gatling turrets. I've filled all of these turret installations with ammunition, and everything is looking pretty sweet. Actually, I wonder if I have actually put ammunition in these ones here. I don't think I have. I think I might have actually missed these. No, I've done these ones as well. So, as I mentioned before, basically what I was going to do was place in about 250 boxes of ammo for these Gatling turrets, because they fire quite rapidly and you're going to go through the ammo really quickly. So to that end, I was about to fill up this one here, and I've managed to get about, I think, 150 boxes in here. Yeah, 144. So I kind of ran out, and then I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to manufacture some more. But I have kind of run into a problem. So if we search our inventory for some magnesium, you can see that I've only really got 1.67 kilograms of magnesium in total. So yeah, we're going to have to go and find some magnesium. Now, the main issue I have with that is, let me just bring up all of the GPS markers that I have created for this world, of all the ore deposits around the place. So let's bring this up. So you can see here that I've got like so many ore deposits around the place, but hardly any of these. I think there is only one magnesium deposit, and I fully depleted that, and that was all the way over there. I think it's over here somewhere. Let's have a look here. Yeah, magnesium over there, 5.44 kilometers. So that is the only magnesium deposit that I've been able to find on this planet, and I've probably searched maybe 50 ore deposits on this planet. And then also, you know, that's just the ones that I've marked. I've probably searched more than that. So honestly, as strange as it sounds, I honestly think it's going to be quicker going into space and getting magnesium there. So what I'll do here is I'll bring up my GPSs, and if we have a search for magnesium, you can see that I've got 2 asteroids that I detected a while back that have magnesium. So I'll probably try and go for this ice and magnesium one. Just because I think that will have more magnesium than this one here will. But I guess it just kind of depends on the distance. So, well, yeah, thankfully that one seems to be a bit closer. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. But before we go ahead and do that, I need to empty all of the components from the Atlas before we attempt to do that. So, as you can see, I left the thrusters on here because it was parked in a rather precarious position, and if one of these landing gears got damaged, I didn't want it to like fully crash into the mountain. So, alright, let me see if I can get this thing landed pretty quickly. I think I should be able to. I don't really have too many problems landing this thing. Might actually turn my HUD off here because it's a little bit distracting. And I know I could probably set up some sort of autopilot system to make this a little bit easier, but honestly I don't find it to be that difficult to land this thing anyway, so as long as you get it relatively straight, it's usually not too bad. Let's have a look here. I'll rotate it that way a little bit. Turn my HUD back on, and let's see here. It should be locking on about now, but doesn't seem like it wants to play the game. Come on, just lock. Why won't you lock? Where is it? Alright, maybe I'll get out and just do a visual inspection here. So there I was saying that it's not that much of a big deal, but here I am having all these problems trying to get this thing to dock. Alright, so I need to go forward heaps. That's the problem. That's strange, because I thought I put those grates in a location where it would be easier to kind of figure out, but obviously not. Alright, there we go. So now it's locked on, so I'll scoot it on over a little bit, get it centered, even though it doesn't really matter because I'm probably going to use this ship here, and then we will lock down the landing gears. Alright, so the connector is locked and the landing gears are locked. Alright, let's turn off the thrusters, and let me go ahead and turn off all these GPS markers because they are extremely annoying. Okay, so all the markers have been disappeared from my HUD. That's probably the wrong word to use, but I just can't think of the right one at this point in time. So now what I got to do is basically just remove all of the components from the ship. So let's find our large base cargo container, I think it is. Large base. Let's have a look here. Alright, yep, so this one here. Let's hide all the empty containers here, and let's move everything across. Now, I probably will actually leave a few of the components in here. Maybe I'll leave some steel plates and things like that. Atlas refinery, we've got 39,000 iron, 2.21 nickel. How heavy is that? 39,000 kilos. Port assembler. Maybe I actually will leave a bit of these materials here, so maybe we'll transport about 5,000 nickel, about 5,000 silicon, maybe about 1,000 or about 500 cobalt, because you don't really need that much cobalt. We don't really need too much Silver, we probably will need a little bit of platinum, so I'll transfer 100 platinum across, because we probably will need something along those lines. And where did my iron go? Oh, it went into the port assembler. That's strange. I wonder why it went there. As you can see, I'm kind of running low in ammunition on the Atlas as well, so I'm going to have to kind of avoid confrontations in this thing as much as possible. We seem to have a few missiles. Do we... I might take some missiles with me, so let me put in maybe... well, probably not that many. Maybe we'll go for like 250 or something like that. Alright, so 11,200 kilos. Alright, that should be fine. So I think we're looking pretty good. And now I think also what I'll do is I'll empty some of the hydrogen tanks on the Atlas, and while I'm out into space I might as well go back to my ice mine that was there before. And actually, I think it was this one here, ice field. That's, I think, where I set up my automatic mining rig. So perhaps we can visit that while we're in space as well. Kill two birds with one stone and get ourselves a bit of hydrogen fuel while we're at it. And then hopefully all the materials that I bring with me will be enough to manufacture a bit of ammo for the Atlas itself. I definitely think we have enough iron to do that. As a matter of fact, I actually am curious how many components. So yeah, 13.5. Yeah, so it does take quite a bit. Well, not really. I think I should have plenty of resources to manufacture what I want to. Also, what I did is I repaired those front thrusters on the Atlas. I totally forgot to repair the roof though, so yeah. Alright, well I'm going to transfer a little bit of fuel out of the Atlas, and yeah, I'll be back once I've done that. Alright, well as you can see, I've emptied quite a large amount of hydrogen out of the Atlas. So it now has 67% of its total fuel reserves. I believe it was at 91 before I started moving the hydrogen out of the Atlas. So basically I've completely filled 8 of the 16 tanks that I have in the base with hydrogen, and that's pulled out that amount from the Atlas. I could probably honestly get away with like 25%, but I want to leave a decent margin for error. But one thing I think I should do just before we go is go ahead and collect all of this hydrogen, or all of this ice, and just kind of deposit this into this connector here, because at least that'll give me a little bit more hydrogen in total. And I kind of want to grab this stuff before it kind of despawns. So all of this stuff kind of rolled down the hill to this point from that wreck that I was grinding down before. So I think we should have about 20,000 ice from this. Although in the grand scheme of things it's really not that much, but still. I do not like wasting things. So let us get this done. Okay, so that is all the ice retrieved. So now I think we are ready to head back into space. I would have liked to have completed some more repairs, but I really want to get all these weapon systems sorted out before I worry about that sort of stuff. Just before we do go though, I just want to confirm that I definitely have my mining ships in here ready to go. And while I'm waiting for this door to open, whereabouts is that ice field? So it's 91.7 kilometers in that direction. Wow, that's actually quite a decent distance. Yep, they're all good. They're all ready to go. Alright, let's jump in the ship and let's head off into space. Now, I kind of suspect that when we get back it's going to be nighttime, which is a bit of a bummer, but hey, you know, what do you do? Turn our thrusters on. Unlock the landing gear. Then we'll unlock the connector, and then hopefully it won't stick to the connector. Okay, cool. Yeah, so somebody in the comments a long time ago mentioned to me that what you kind of want to do is quickly undock from the connector just after it's unlocked. So I'll turn my forward thrusters off here, or my top thrusters. So yeah, basically what you want to do is as soon as you unlock the connector, yeah, just disconnect and move off. because then it kind of disables the magnetism for a couple of seconds, so that it doesn't want to keep sticking to the connector that you're trying to disconnect from. Well, I'll see you guys in space. Okay, so we're in space. I'm going to put on my top thrusters here so that the ship actually slows down. And I think what I'm going to do is, rather than trying to fly all the way over there, we're going to use the jump drive. What's that? It's mining transport. Yeah, I'm not really too concerned about that. Okay, so let's find our jump drive 1. So jump drive 1, let us find, what's it called? I think it's ice and magnesium. So we'll select that, and current jump 7.82%. Okay, and now we should just be able to jump straight there. So yep, asteroid, ice, magnesium, fantastic. Alright, let's jump straight there. Sometimes I actually forget that this thing has jump drives, and I don't use them enough. Fantastic. Alright, and we are here. And now we just have to go ahead and find where this magnesium actually is. Let's turn on our ore detector here, and it looks like we have some magnesium. Is that right there? I want to kind of get the hangar of the ship pretty close to the asteroid here. And because the hangar is on the front, maybe we'll twist it around a bit, and then we'll put... really hope it's not on the other side of the asteroid. Actually, let me jump out and just confirm that that is the case, because I'm really not sure. From the looks of it, is on this side of the asteroid, but I'm honestly unsure where it is. No, I think it is actually on the other side. Where's my... Man, the light on my character is really bad. Where is the magnesium? Magnesium. Here we go. Hey, where'd you go? Magnesium. Can I get to that somewhere else? And I have no idea where my ship is either. Maybe it is on this side of the asteroid. Magnesium. It appears to be in the center of this asteroid, so I'm going to have to dig to get to it. Now, where did I put my ship? That is not my ship. Oh man. Ah, there it is. Alright, and then we have ice there. So I think I would like to park. What? How did that happen? How is that possible? Oh, you are kidding me. Where's my body? I didn't even hit it that hard. Hey, why is my inertial dampeners off? Alright, let's grab all my stuff back. Hey, let me grab my stuff, please. Thank you. Wrong button. I actually damaged the ship when I crashed into it with my character. What? That is crazy. Come on. How is that possible? Well, I guess it is, so I'm just gonna have to live with it. I'm going to park the front of the ship on this here asteroid portion here. And you know what? I actually kind of suspect that there's really not that much magnesium here. We will dip the nose down a bit. Just maybe a little, tilt it this way and dip it down a little bit more. There we go, and then we should be able to lock it down. Alright, fantastic. So, it is locked. I am going to leave the thrusters on because just in case I need to make a quick getaway, I don't have to mess around too much. And I know I could go through the front of the ship into the hangar, but I built all these lovely passageways in this ship, so I suppose I might as well go through the interior here. And I really hope at this point that a Reaver does not spawn. But I guess we'll just kind of have to see what happens. Alright, so let's grab our little mining ship here. Let us unlock the connector and turn on the thrusters. And then we can begin mining. So I'm going to turn on my ejectors here as well before we get... Oh, how did that stone get in there? Oh well, we'll have to pick that up in a minute. In fact, you know what? I'm going to make a bullet out of stone. So let's grab these bits of stone. Let's turn off my inertial dampeners and then dump this. How do I... What? Why can't I dump this out of my inventory? Drop selected item from inventory. Why must I hang on to this stone? Fine. Fine, I will hang on to it then. Because... I don't know why it is doing that to me, but alas, that is what is happening. What's the best method to get to this magnesium? I want to drill the least amount of distance to get to it. Perhaps... Yeah, it's not ideal, but this will have to do, I guess. Alright, so let us drill to the magnesium. Are my lights even on? No, they're not. Wait, no, they were. Alright. Okay, well it looks like I've just about hit the magnesium deposit here, so I'm just going to start left click drilling now that I've actually gotten to the deposit here. Although I've made myself a bit of a tunnel which I can't see out of. So we'll fill up the cargo container. I think this thing can hold about 150,000 kilos of ore, but honestly I cannot remember. Now I am really tempted to just mine this entire deposit because something tells me I'm going to need a lot of magnesium now that I've got my antennas turned on and a lot of Reavers attacking me. So well, I've grabbed probably my fourth load of magnesium, so maybe about like 400,000 units or something like that. But as you can see on the bottom left there, it seems like we have a Reaver incoming. So what I'm going to do is just park up my little mining ship on top of the Atlas and I'm going to set a waypoint in the jump drive on the Atlas to possibly the ice field, or maybe even like the Pertam entry point that I created for entering the atmosphere of Pertam, because in fact I'm not sure how big a Reaver charger is. If it's not a big ship, then I can kind of deal with it, but I am kind of worried that it's a ship that is pretty big. So maybe I'll just chill out here for a little bit and just see what he does, because I really don't want to engage a ship right now, because I've spent the past couple of episodes repairing things, and yeah, that's probably the last thing that I want to do at this point. So yeah, as you can see, we've got about 400,000 magnesium, but let's where is this guy actually going? So would actually like to see what size that ship is. I think he might actually bypass us. And the problem is the Atlas is all the way over there, so I can't get a good look at this thing through the guns. Otherwise I would just do that. But I think as long as he doesn't get within 2 kilometers, then we should be fine. Nevertheless, what I will do though is I'll go into the inventory here. Let's find my jump drive number 1, and let's select the ice field. Select that, and then we can kind of just jump to that point if we have to. So I'll jump into this thing, unlock the connector, and then we will continue mining as if that guy wasn't even there. But I guess we'll just have to see how this goes. I really think we are far enough away. And you know what? While I'm at it, I'm going to get rid of this little piece of asteroid here, because as I was saying, because I'm absolutely certain that at some point I'm going to run into it. I can see it happening. My flying is not always the greatest. It's not bad, but it's not always the greatest. So anything to artificially increase my flying ability, I will take it. Alright, well, let's continue mining and just ignore that Reaver. Yeah, see, the distance from me is kind of stagnated at this point, so I believe he's just going to pass me by and we don't have to really worry. Well, false alarm, let us continue. Alright guys, well I'm back, and I've collected probably about, let's actually have a look here. So let's have a look in the inventory for magnesium. So you can see that I have gotten probably about 1.2 million units worth of magnesium. So yeah, honestly I think that's enough for this point in time. There's still actually quite a bit left in this deposit. Let's go and check it out just before this Reaver guy gets here. Yeah, you can actually see there's quite a bit left of this deposit. So I reckon there's probably another 300,000 or 400,000 units, maybe even 600,000 units worth of magnesium. So yeah, I don't really think I need that much. So I think I'm just going to call it quits here. Now I do wonder if I have enough time to dock up my mining ship inside the hangar for the Atlas before this Reaver dude gets here. I dare say he'll probably pass me by, because I have had actually a few of these Reaver ships pay me a visit in between me pressing the record button the last time and this time, but I would rather not take that risk, to be honest. Is this thing going to open for me? Come on, open. Open sesame. Let's turn this off. Let's turn that off. Let's turn this off. And then we should be able to dock relatively quickly. So let's get this thing in there straight as I can. Alright, there we go. And is it level? Doesn't need to be level, but it will make me feel better if it is. Let me turn the inertial dampeners off so that it kind of centers itself. Turn them back on, lock it down, turn the thrusters off so that it doesn't fight the ship when I'm trying to fly that around. Alright, let's head on back into the cockpit and then let's do a jump over to the ice field, and then we can go ahead and yeah, do that. Now what I have done is I've left the refinery running, so that's working hard to go ahead and refine all of that magnesium, although it is probably going to take a very long time to do so. So yeah, I'm not really too concerned about that, but in some circumstances, like if I was to mine iron, for example, I honestly wouldn't even bother trying to refine it in space. But the difference between doing it with iron and magnesium is that magnesium... Oops. Okay, so he has detected me. This is not fantastic. Alright, let's perform a jump. Reaver, see you later, buddy. So yeah, as I was saying, if I was in space, I wouldn't really bother refining iron because it actually becomes a lot heavier after you refine it. Or is that when you build steel plates? Yeah, honestly, I can't remember, but yeah, I honestly wouldn't bother refining anything other than magnesium, because magnesium, it actually reduces in size quite a lot once it's refined. Where is the where's my mining rig here? Oh, there it is. Let's see if we can't get this thing parked up. Good to be back. It's been a while since I've been here. You know what? Escaping the atmosphere, doing all this flying around, I have used 2% of the fuel in this ship. I mean, admittedly, it does take quite a lot to actually fill the thing in the first place. But you have to admit, like, that's pretty good. Let's see if we can get this thing connected. I didn't damage the connector when I did that. Ah, there we go. Ready to lock. Ah, who needs connector cameras? Huh? Actually, they would probably be extremely handy, then I wouldn't need to mess around anywhere near as much, but hey, what do you do? Alright, now I have to kind of remember how to actually use this thing. I've kind of completely forgotten. Is there any ice in this thing? Or any hydrogen? No, I don't think there is. Yes, I have to kind of remember how to use this thing. And does this thing actually have spotlights on it? I don't think I ever did put spotlights on this thing, did I? Well, about all I've managed to do at this point is kind of figure out exactly how to turn the lights on, and that's about it. So I think in the next episode, obviously we'll get this thing running again. I need to kind of play around with it maybe a little bit before I figure out how to work it again. I probably should... I should probably set up some timer blocks to get these pistons and everything working, but yeah, maybe not. I don't know. It worked well enough last time I used it, so maybe we'll just stick with that. So anyway, guys, really hope you enjoyed the episode of Wasteland Survival, and I hope to see you in the next episode. If you did like this video, then definitely consider leaving a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Alright guys, I will see you next time.